If you head up to the research ward, please. Thanks. Looks like he threw a wrench in his plans. Okay, but before I go to Dr. Guenther, I look around the hospital. Cut that out and make that an extra episode. Kate, what are you doing here? I believe it's rare for uniformed members of the CBD to be assigned duties that take them outside the city. Oh, I was just escorting some people here. You see, there's a few members of HEYU recovering at St. Ursula Hospital. And since some of the 2nd Division detectives wanted to question them, I was put in charge of driving them here with one of the police cars. I don't think the department knows how bad of a driver I am, though. Gotcha. What matters is that you made it. Thanks, but HEYU, we're one of the mafias, right? I didn't know about them at all. The 2nd Division sure are taking their time with the questioning. Last time I checked was already past noon. I hope those HEYU guys aren't giving them a hard time. What's taking the 2nd Division so long? The hospital has been bringing in a lot of scary looking guys all morning. Can't say I was expecting that when I woke up today. Did something happen in the city? Yep. Mafia shootout. I came to visit my boyfriend today. You could call him a bit of a delinquent. I just hope he doesn't cause the other patients too much trouble. Who does he think he is, playing games with a Viper's leader? Dino, when I come back, you're gonna have hell to pay. What was with Dino and that crazy strength of his? Damn it all. I hope that patient that was carried to the ICU will be okay. This morning was the first time I've ever seen someone get carried in with an ambulance. I sort of wish I didn't see that actually. He was writhing in pain and made my stomach just twist. The man who was carried in here seems to be in stable condition now. His injuries were clearly caused by bullets or physical blows. Everything about it sets off my alarms. Oh, sweet Idios, please protect my daughter. Keep her from contracting something serious. Jeez, Mom. You're going to worry yourself sick. I promise, just a cold. Providing the best of our care to those everywhere is St. Ursula's motto. Scoundrel or not, we strive to treat each and every patient to the utmost of our abilities. Dr. Guenther's waiting for you on the 4th floor of the research ward. You know, I recommend you hurry up there before he sneaks away. But Doc Gailey seems eager to perform an operation on this morning's patient. I suppose the surgical department can carry its weight after all. My shift today lasts all the way until evening. And everything's so peaceful when Dr. Guenther isn't around. Yep, I think I'll lie back and relax when I get back to my room. When developing medical open, safety always has to be our top priority. After all, these things are going to be used on people. You can't chance even a teensy little error. That right there is what makes us feel so difficult to begin with. Safety takes precedence when developing medical weapons. Even with lab rodent testing, we have no definitive data on how well a certain treatment might work on humans. Developing medical equipment is challenging, no doubt, but it's just as equally fascinating to fiddle around with new and up-and-coming treatments. I can't help but buzz with excitement when I think about our designs and prototypes seeing real use someday. A number of people were rushed in from Crossbar City only hours ago, all in critical condition. It took a joint effort from everyone on staff, but Joachim and I just finished patching them all up. I'm well and truly wiped out. Maybe I really am getting old. Several men from Hayward Trading Limited were carried in on stretchers this morning. One was transferred to this ward, and for the time being, that's where he will stay, at least until he's well enough to be able to speak. Although it's clear that these aren't wounds normal civilians would ever get. Calling these men suspicious would be an understatement. Some men from an organization named Hayward were rushed into the hospital this morning. The ones that weren't transferred into this ward have a harder road of recovery ahead of them. I imagine they're sleeping in the ICU right now. At any rate, the circumstances surrounding them are a tad too suspicious for my liking. My girlfriend is stopping by to visit today. I told her she didn't have to, but she absolutely insisted. Talk about embarrassing, right? That new guy apparently got banged up bad during a fight. I don't know how I feel about sharing a room with what could be some rough and tough fuck. Damn police are pests as always. They can ask me whatever questions they'd like, still won't get anything out of me. I may not look so worse for wear, but I'm still a patient, am I not? I could afford to show a little consideration toward the man on the mend. Hey, you goons, huh? Aren't they cute having a story lined up beforehand? They went the whole 9 yards. Is the 2nd Division looking into the attack on Hayu? Yep, the request came straight from the 1st Division. They asked if we could get statements on those hospitalized and see what we can dig up. But it's not like these guys will ever rat on Hayu, their lips are sealed. Those 1st Division guys really piss me off sometimes. They knew we'd get check squad. Were they taken advantage of because the 1st Division didn't want to go through the formalities of taking statements? That's rough. Guess the 2nd Division's got its own trials and tribulations to deal with. Damn the 1st Division, that's why they piss me off. They always waltz in and snatch our cases and then have the balls to drown us in busy work while the real action's out there. I've been holding out since this morning, hoping we'd get even a scrap, but I think it's time we pack it up. These Hayward guys are tough customers, I'll give them that. The first time I've ever interacted with them, but they're clearly well trained and loyal to a fault, even in the lower ranks. Thankfully, the patient that was carried in today only suffered minor injuries. As of now, he should be sleeping in room 201. Hey, you a guy. The entire hospital has been awfully hectic ever since this morning, but it seems to finally be settling down now. All things considered, I'm just thankful that the man brought in is in stable condition. The bedsheets used at St. Ursula are bought from Mr. Hayworth, a local trader. And I, being the intelligent person I am, decided to put Cerrone in charge of ordering more. I told her to buy 50 sheets, and she bought 500. 500, you hear me? 500! Thank ideas, Mr. Hayworth noticed something was off and notified the hospital. What am I going to do with that girl? If it had been any other trader, we would have definitely been forced to buy the 500, no question asked. If I can say anything about Cerrone, it's that she's absurdly lucky. Oh my, there's so many people here today. So, who are you here to visit? I just got a phone call from my mother-in-law saying she'd bring my son to come pay me a visit. Oh, ideas, what do I do? She's gone to such great lengths to accommodate for me while I'm here, but I don't know how to begin to repay her. I just had my appendectomy this morning. God, this was horrible. It hurts, and I'm hungry, and I want to sleep, but I don't want to do anything either. I'm fine. Just a little fit, that's all. Mrs. C is supposed to check on me later too, so I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. All I have to do is take my medicine. The plan was to hide out in the hospital until the storm blew over, but little did I know I'd have another one awaiting me here. One by the name of Marta. That's just my luck that I'd be assigned that bullish nurse administrator of all people. This place has become quite hostile. I can't stand that nurse administrator. Who does she think she is, bossing me around? Damn it all. Why does a diet member like myself have to go through such torture? Oh, hello everyone. Thank you so much for yesterday. It was nothing. Besides, you got something out of it too. Someone looks happy. Me? Well, I get to go visit the city tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. And Father told me that he would be able to take a break from work. That busy geezer managed to get a day off from the guild, huh? I'm so happy for you, Shizuku. Now you can give him the present you made yesterday. That's the plan. Oh, and if it's okay with you, would you mind if I came and played with Kia? Of course you can. We are always free to stop by. We have work to do, but the Chief and Kia should be at the SSS building. I can already picture Kia's smiling face when you arrive. Thank you. I'll make sure to dress up when I leave tomorrow then. I hope I'll get to meet with Kia during tomorrow's trip. That would really make tomorrow perfect. Oh, I'm so glad. This must be the happiest I've ever seen Shizuku during their time here. Well, I know I'd have just as bright a smile on my face if you told me I was going to get to spend some time with Ilya. Shizuku isn't able to get away from the hospital very much, so I hope her day out is packed full of fun for her. Dr. Guenther and the others just ran back into the hospital. I didn't get a good look, but it seemed that they had a seriously wounded man with them. But I'm pretty sure that was some time ago. I accidentally bought a tad too many bed sheets when filling out the purchase forms, and Mayfair really got ticked off with me. Again. You see, I thought 50 sheets weren't enough, so I added one more zero to the order. Well, no biggie, I've decided not to freak out over every little mistake. Just bust it off, Zero. Nobody's perfect after all. Mayfair's really heated right now, but I've decided not to let that get me down. I'm not going to worry about every little thing anymore. Just gotta brush it off. Nobody's perfect after all. I have some free time until evening, so I should probably study just a tad. Might as well put all of these medical textbooks I lugged over from home to good use. Did you know that Dr. Guenther lives here in the dorms too? He's always a lazy bum in the morning, so I have to make sure to give him a good scolding before he starts work. Word is that the patient who was carried into the hospital this morning had a gunshot wound. Oh dear, I hope the hospital doesn't get caught up in anything dangerous because of all this. I'm in the middle of studying for the next exam. Could you please leave me alone? The exam is still quite far away, but it's always best to start preparing early. Alright, that is it before we meet Dr. Guenther. Alright, and it seems that people changed, of course, because it's evening by now, so I take another look around. Say, Ron, how long does it take for someone to dry bed sheets? Oh, hey, Mayfair, wait just a second, okay? I've almost found out the perfect angle to dry sheets at. It'll be super helpful. Perfect angle? That's what you've been doing all this time? While you were messing around, the rest of your work was pushed onto me. Huh? You did everything else? Thank you. You're the best, Mayfair. With that, I've lost the will to argue. You win this battle, Cerrone. Ever been too soft on Cerrone? I end up cleaning up all of her messes for her, but she should probably learn to take care of them herself. For as much as Mayfair rags on me for being a major klutz, at the end of the day, she always covers for my dumb mistakes. I'm lucky to have such a good friend. My father will be visiting tomorrow, so I'm going to bed early today. Oh, I'm so excited I don't know how I'll be able to fall asleep. Oh, already this late? I say it's about time I head back and write up my journal entry. Speaker Hartman recommended I head out to St. Ursula Medical College after some of my less than legal dealings were exposed. I've been waiting for word about when he plans to reinstate me, but I had nothing but radio silence. Surely Hartman hasn't discovered that I've been steadily shoring up my power through secret, newly formed connections, right? If so, wouldn't it make the most sense to take me out while I'm still here? Oh, I'm going to be sick. It was never my intention to outsmart the speaker or anything of that nature. I just wanted a little bigger piece of a pie, that's all. But if I keep waiting around, I'll probably be erased before too long. I think you're already too late, my good man. After Michael took his medicine, he was out like a light. I do worry about how suddenly these coughing fits of his keep setting in, but I'm thankful he hasn't given in to this sickness. His parents' letters and Shizuku's support must go a long way. Still, if only he would have a surgery. I'm certainly worried about Michael's coughing fits, but thanks to Shizuku and his parents' continued support, he hasn't given in. Everyone staying with whom has their own little quirks. I've only had a few meals, but the food here is top notch. What a pleasant surprise. I just had my surgery this morning. Mind leaving me alone, letting me sleep? It's almost dinner time, isn't it? I should go grab the patient's meals from Kirsch, so they are nice and ready. Theo, are you feeling alright? You look a little pale, dear. Ah, yes, that's my natural complexion. Please, do not pay it any mind. Ah, just my imagination then. Perhaps the mind is playing tricks on me. Oh well, the sun's going to set soon, so try to be careful when heading back, okay? Much to my surprise, our man from Heiyu hasn't kicked up any kind of fuss. We've been treating him. He is quite calm even. I suppose he understands when to be civil at the very least. Staying here too long will only cause the company trouble. Once the others wake up tomorrow, we'll see to it that we are discharged as soon as possible. I say it's a relief to see you looking so well. Now, and be honest, you're not stirring up trouble for any of the fine folks in the hospital, are you? You come all this way and that's what you want to ask me? I told you I'm not causing trouble for anyone, and that's the truth. It's almost time for my checkup. Seeing as the sun is about to set, maybe I should get a room somewhere around here. It would be tracking back home this late. Oh, just give it a rest, Mom. You're freaking out in front of everyone. It's embarrassing. The doctor said it was only a little cold, right? I'm going to be fine. I know the doctor already examined her and all, but are we absolutely completely positive it's just a cold? What if it mutates into some incurable disease? What then? Sarah works her tail off to streamline all communication within the hospital. You could hardly imagine how much coordinating it takes. In terms of sheer work volume, I'd say she goes toe-to-toe with the seal. I'm glad you were able to speak with Dr. Guenther, everyone. Feel free to drop by again anytime. There's something I always think about when I'm treating people as their internists. While internal medicine works to aid your body's natural healing mechanism, there are times when the speed of a surgery can save a patient's life. So I asked myself this. If each field compensates for the other's weakness so well, wouldn't combining both form the ideal medical care? Though I doubt that carries a whole lot of weight when Dr. Gailey and I get along as well as oil and water. Forget my worthless ramblings, alright? Don't you dare spill them to Dr. Gailey either, even by accident. I hear the man who was rushed here by ambulance today has already regained consciousness. That's St. Ursula's doctors for you. The man that was rushed in here is resting in the room next to the ICU. His injuries luckily weren't life-threatening, and the doctors say he may even be able to walk again tomorrow. Whenever I treat patients like the man from this morning, something always runs through my mind. Even when performing surgical procedures, we have to rely on internal medicine, with their anesthesia and IV drips. Therefore, the best treatments are created when the surgical and internal medicine departments set aside their differences and work as one. I know that's quite a claim coming from someone who's always at Lagos fraud. So, do forgive my lapse in character. You aren't to tell Lago what I said earlier either, no matter the circumstances. Are we clear? And once the moon rises, I'm a whole different woman. Sleep, don't need it. And my productivity shoots up 20-fold. Alrighty then, time to get the most out of the next 12 hours. Yeah, she's more a night owl. Everyone knows that Chief Ursuline's intellect shines the most at nighttime, especially when it comes to research. Thing is, because of that, she pulls a ton of all-nighters and then snoozes most of the day away. She might be an associate professor, but it's hard to see her as much of an authority figure, and you can barely keep her awake most of the time. Yeah, when she needs night work time. Flexibility and all that. I'm on shift today. It's stressful being a nurse. We have to take care of both our patients and ourselves. Those wolf attacks from a few months ago ended up getting my shift extended, so I've been a bit exhausted myself. Looks like we both have it rough. Okay, this seems to be everything for today at St. Ursula. Until next time, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.